Brought to you by Barton Community College. Explore your future and get started now. Visit gobarton.com.
Okay, Sports Day in 3, 2, 1.
Avery Johnson with a new possession. Devon Rice's tailback. Off play action. Over the top. Full send. Jace Brown. Gone. 78 to the house. 2nd and 6. Mahomes end zone. Caught by Kelsey. Touchdown.
They played 2. The Dodgers want to finish it right here.
Sends a fly ball to center field. Varsho's going back before the clock starts. Freddie Freeman has ended it. It's a repeat hero with the last word on a Game 3 classic. Freddie Freeman, Mr. World Series, ends the marathon at midnight. He is mobbed at home plate as the Dodgers walk it off in the bottom of the 18th inning.
Good afternoon and happy Tuesday, everybody. Did you miss me for the 2 shows that I wasn't here? My name is Brant Daughtry. I'm the host of this program. Landon Winkler is over in the corner running the cameras and running the video feed. If you want to watch as well as listen, you can go to GreatBendPost.com, click on the Sports tab where it says Sports News. You should see something that pops up, says Watch Sports Day or Sports Day on Tuesday, watch in parentheses, something to that effect. If you click on that, you'll be able to watch this show as well as listen to it, as much as there is to watch. For right now, it's just me, but don't worry, we'll get there. Sports Day is presented by Barton Community College, offering exceptional and affordable learning opportunities, supporting student, community, and employee needs. Let's get to it. We kick off today's show, as we do every show, with the sounds of the past 24 hours. Yeah, also dipped back into the weekend because I do want to talk about this today. Kansas State defeated Kansas 42-17 to win their 17th straight over the Jayhawks in the Sunflower Showdown. Avery Johnson completed 11 of his 17 passes for 231 yards and 2 touchdowns. He added another 2 scores on the ground. You just heard the long touchdown pass to Jace Brown, who had 160 of those 230 receiving yards on the day. He also caught a long touchdown, about 80 yards, maybe just shy, as well in that game. That was a weird game because I think everybody, including myself, expected that to be a tight, tense 4-quarter battle. K-State went in there and just whooped up on Kansas. You'll hear me in the conversation later in the show talking with Wyatt Thompson, the voice of the Kansas State Wildcats. He'll be our first guest when we go to our first break here in just a second. But talking with Wyatt, I was so impressed with the play of Avery Johnson in this game. The way that he was able to command things. And look, 11 of 17 attempts, and you net 230 yards. That is efficiency. It is hard to do much better than that. The big plays were all over. Avery Johnson was dialed in. He's incredibly talented, and he got a chance to show it. Also on the defensive side of the ball, K-State sacked Jalen Daniels 4 times. They created either 3 or 4 turnovers in this game. I was so impressed with the way K-State played, and they earned this. They earned the 17th straight victory. That is just an impossible number. But Kansas State in the middle of a long streak now, and Kansas has to regroup, and they'll try again next week. Or they'll try again, I guess, this week. It is Tuesday already. The Kansas City Chiefs beat the Washington Commanders last night, 28-7. Patrick Mahomes threw 3 touchdowns, including 1 to Travis Kelce. It was the 100th touchdown of Kelce's career, which makes him the 5th tight end ever to hit that mark, and ties him with Priest Holmes for the most touchdowns in the history of the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, the Chiefs looked really good. It started out slow, and Patrick Mahomes spoke about that a little bit after the game. But after that slow start, the 2 picks in the first either 2 or 3 drives that KC had, this was a really impressive showing for Kansas City. Defensively, they were lights out. Really, really incredible stuff from the Kansas City defense. But after that, it was all Chiefs, man. And the Chiefs' offense looked like a machine towards the end there. And hey, we're finally on the board. My fantasy football team has finally won a game. We are 1-7, but we have a number in that first column. I won this weekend. Big thanks to Patrick Mahomes for throwing 3 touchdowns after throwing those 2 picks, because I was very worried that while I had a really good shot to win that game going into it, those 2 interceptions were going to kill me. Luckily, I managed to win by 2 points. The streak starts now, I hope. Your last sound of the past 24 hours. Boy, the Dodgers and the Blue Jays played an absolute marathon last night. To put this into perspective, and it's something that I'm sure everyone knows by now, but I want to say it out loud. A typical baseball game goes 9 innings in Major League Baseball. This game went 18 innings. This game went 18 innings with neither team scoring in the extras until Freddie Freeman hits the walk-off home run. Bullpen's just going to be depleted tonight. Tonight may be the highest scoring game we've seen in a World Series, maybe ever, just because, who are the starters going to be? Shohei Ohtani is going to be getting the start for the Dodgers. He's a really good starter, but he is limited. He's a strikeout guy, and that means his pitch count racks up in a hurry, and he's going to have a significantly longer leash than you would expect out of a starter in a World Series game. Same for whoever's starting for the Blue Jays. I'll look that up later. I don't have it in front of me. But, man, a marathon last night. Bullpens are going to be absolutely depleted for the remainder of this 3-game set, because you got to play 3 days in a row now. And both teams were into the very bottom of the barrel with their bullpens, respectively. So, I mean, credit to the guys who did pitch those extra innings. Relievers went a very long way in this game. Obviously, it went 18 innings, but goodness, what a marathon. If you stayed up for that entire time, hey, kudos to you. I went to sleep, I think after the 15th inning is when I finally turned it off. They think it was about 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, somewhere in there, and I was like, look, my alarm's going off at 6. I got to get to bed. But I was actually in bed trying to catch the ending of that game, and I never found it. But either way, Freddie Freeman, of course it's Freddie Freeman, right? I mean, after what he did last year in the World Series and comes up, nobody's on, middle fastball on the first pitch. And, man, there were a couple opportunities for both teams. I think that the Blue Jays are going to look back at that one and go, man, we really needed that one, because the Dodgers have the starting pitching to go deep in games. I don't think that the Blue Jays have the quality starting that the Dodgers do. And because it's now become a series where the starters are going to have to give you more innings, I think that greatly benefits the Dodgers. Now, if the Blue Jays manage to get to Shohei Ohtani or any other starter that the Dodgers throw out over the next couple of games in this series, then the Dodgers bullpen has been real bad in the world in this series so far. They've been really good in the playoffs up until now after having a rough regular season. Now they're kind of starting to regress to that mean. And I really do think that the Dodgers bullpen needs work. Roki Sasaki is great. The rest of that pen has struggled in this series. But the Dodgers, if we're talking about a team that can get depth out of its starters, that can let guys go a little bit deeper into games and keep the bullpen out of it, I think that greatly benefits the Dodgers. But Game 3 tonight, you can hear it on our airwaves, 1590 KVGB and 95.5 FM. It'll be right here, courtesy of ESPN Radio. All right, what we're going to do now is we're going to hit our first break. Sports Day Today. I haven't done this in a little while. I'm forgetting my routine. Sports Day Today is brought to you in part by the Marmy Auto Group on 10th Street in Great Bend, also by Sutherland's, helping you build it better since 1917, from quality lumber, plywood, and OSB to cabinets, plumbing, hardware, and power tools. They have everything you need to get the job done. Visit Sutherland's on 10th Street. Also brought to you in part by the Barton Cougar Booster Club, continuing their efforts to make the Barton Community College athletics programs the best in the country. We got to hit our first break. When we come back, Wyatt Thompson, the voice of the Kansas State Wildcats, joined me for a conversation earlier today to recap K-State's big win over Kansas, the 17th straight for the Wildcats in the Sunflower Showdown. That's coming up right after this. You're listening to Sports Day live from the Mayo Money Management Studio right here on 1590 KVGB and 95.5 FM.
Community bankers should actually know your community. Hi, I'm Sean Powelson, president of Your Local Equity Bank. As someone who lives here, I know many of you, and I know what's important to you. I've been in the industry a long time, and I've helped many navigate through financial challenges and lead them to financial opportunities. I believe that people bank with people, so I'd like to invite you to stop by one of our region's 5 locations and meet our friendly, helpful staff. Let us show you our commitment to serving you and our communities. Because at Equity Bank, we're right here beside you. Member FDIC.
Hey Cougar fans, this is Brant Daughtry, voice of the Barton Cougars. Cheering from the stands is great, but you can give our athletes a true competitive advantage by joining the Cougar Booster Club. Boosters provide the best equipment and facility upgrades, helping Barton athletes succeed at the regional and national level. Whether you're a business or an individual, your support matters. Call 620-792-9377 and become a Cougar Booster today. Go Cougars!
Selling your farm or ranch acres can be stressful. At Red Cedar Land Company, they are extremely diverse in the number of ways they can represent you, and they tailor each project to meet their seller's needs. One of the biggest questions for a seller is, what is my land worth? At Red Cedar Land Company, they offer a free market analysis to help you better understand the value of your land. You deserve a better selling experience. Put your trust in Red Cedar Land Company. Call Cody Crook with Red Cedar Land Company at 620-617-7320.
C&E Doors, this is Eddie.
I need some work done.
Are you in a haunted house?
No, it's my garage door. I think I might need a new one.
We can take a look. We can do repairs and replacement. We'll see what's right for you.
What a relief. I thought I was going to get stuck in here.
Call the guys in orange at C&E Doors to fix your haunted house.
C&E Doors, Great Bend. Follow the orange signs just south of 10th and Harrison.
Marmy Auto Group makes it happen. Central and Western Kansas. Check out our selection of new and pre-owned inventory. Marmy's friendly staff offers top quality service that you've gotten to know over the years. When your existing vehicle needs parts or service, our experienced team will get you back in the game this season. Marmy Chevrolet, GMC, Ford and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep Ram, parts, service, and body shop. Visit Marmy Auto Group on 10th Street or marmys.net. Marmy's, make it happen.
Welcome back into Sports Day. Brant Daughtry now joined by the voice of the Kansas State Wildcats, Wyatt Thompson, joining us here. And Wyatt, it was a busy weekend for you, but a successful weekend for you.
It really was. Started out Friday morning and drove to Columbia, did the game against Mizzou on Friday night, drove back to Kansas City, got a strong, solid 2 hours and 15 minutes of sleep, and then on to Lawrence for the Sunflower Showdown. And, boy, the Cats played really, really well in Lawrence and beat Kansas 42-17, and happy bus ride home from there. So it was all over the map, but, boy, was it worth it. It was great.
I kind of want to break down the weekend in order and just get your thoughts on what you saw. So we'll start in Columbia, Missouri with the appetizer for the weekend. It was a 100-91 loss, but still a game where I think Kansas State they played really well.
They did a really good job in some areas that I think Coach wanted to see improvement, and he was the first to say after the game, look, I understand that we gave up 100 points, and you don't want to do that ever. But did you expect K-State to score 91? Again, I think that's the point. And he said that throughout most of the preparation for this new season, most of the work has been on the offensive side. So you hope that you can correct some of the defensive stuff. Because let's talk about this real briefly. Missouri gets 54 points in the paint. That's too many. They go to the foul line 34 times. That's too many. They out-rebound K-State. And, you know, they just – we've got to be better at stopping dribble drive to the rim. That's one thing that hurt. But on the upside, you only turn it over 10 times. That was a real issue a year ago. You had 18 assists on 33 made field goals. Not perfect, but pretty good. Made 10 threes. You yourself got to the line and went 15 of 21. We saw what PJ can do. So there were some good things, even in a 9-point loss on the road, against what I will describe as a pretty good ball club, actually.
Yeah, I agree. I think this Missouri squad is kind of underrated going into this year. But another thing about Kansas State is they went deep in this game. No one played more than 25 minutes, and I think 9-10 guys saw the floor.
Yeah, that's important too. The only guy that didn't play that surprised me a little bit was Marcus Johnson, but I'm sure there are reasons for that. And again, I do think K-State did some good things, and I'll also point out that I was really happy with the way Nate Johnson came out in the second half. I've told you, and I've told others, that I really like this young man. I think he is talented. He's tough. He doesn't wow you with his athletic talent, but he's been a veteran guy who's been around, knows how to play. He was much more aggressive out of the locker room at halftime, ended up with 14 points, 6 rebounds, a couple of assists, a steal, and a block. And he's capable of more. He was 5 of 11 from the floor. But when you put him and P.J. Haggerty together, I think if you get most – now, they didn't get a good shooting night from Abdi Bashir, and I was a little disappointed with that. He was 2 of 8, 2 of 7 from 3. He can be better. But I also think that's true probably for Elias and also, Andre Kostic. But I thought Moby was pretty good. I thought Castillo gave him a little bit of an effort. You just got to keep grinding, man. It was a good start, but a long way to go as they try to get to where they want to be, like, say, in the next month. It is going to be work, no doubt.
One last basketball question for you. Not really a question, more just asking for a comment. I thought P.J. Haggerty, obviously all the expectation that's on him, but through one exhibition game, I think he looked really good.
Well, I'm with you, and I think that's the strength of what you can look towards going forward. He is going to be a consistent scorer. He has been his entire life. I think more times than not, he's going to get 20-plus every night. If he can do it all the time in 14, 15, 18, 20 shots, that's all good. I love his game. He doesn't really force a whole lot. He can score in so many different ways. There's a reason he was an All-American in some people's eyes last year and preseason first team All-Big 12 this year. He's a baller.
All right, so you get done in Como, you drive to Kansas City, you take a 2-hour nap, and then you're on your way to Lawrence. And Wyatt, you told me last week that, everybody in Kansas State knows that this streak is going to come to an end sometime. But not this year.
Yeah, that's well said, because I think they were really motivated. There's been a lot written and said about that, and they played well. And let's talk about how well they played, because I'm not sure how much of the game you got to see, but I loved the plan on the defensive side. I thought Coach Kleiman and Coach Klanderman were great in frustrating Jalen Daniels most of the day. When you look at what he has been doing and then look at the production from Saturday, it's a pretty major fall off. They got to him a lot of times. Didn't always get him to the ground, but they put pressure on him with a lot of times just a 4-man front. When they did blitz, it was pretty well disguised and drawn up, I believe, and that frustrated him. I'll take 17 out of 35 for 129 yards and 1 interception every day when we're playing Jalen Daniels. I guess that's the bottom line.
Yeah, I completely agree. That was going to be my next topic, is the way the defense played against Jalen Daniels. You sacked him 4 times, I think created 4 turnovers in this game as well. And I think you used the word frustrating, and I really like that word to describe what K-State was able to do.
Yeah, and the other thing, too, that goes along with that is you look at the long plays in the game for Kansas. Highshaw's longest run was 10. Jalen's longest run was 15. Long receptions were 14, 16, 10. That's not what KU usually does. So I think even though K-State didn't necessarily tackle very well, I think they really defended both the run and the pass pretty equally well. If you're going to hold Daniels to 137 in the passing department and KU rushes for 110, oh my, sign me up every day.
And talk a little bit about the play of Desmond Purnell. I think coming into the year, he was kind of supposed to be the Robin to Austin Romaine's Batman. Yeah. But the streak he's on right now is so incredible.
Well, especially the last two games. Big 12 Player of the Week defensively against TCU and was awesome. In this game, he was all over the field, man. I mean, you look at the numbers, you're not going to go, oh, my God, right? But he had 9 tackles, a sack, 1.5 tackles for loss, knocked down a pass. But some of the things that he did in run support and in pass coverage were really, really good. Coach will tell you, Dez has been around here a long time, and he's a very, very smart and cerebral football player. And, man, I thought it was one of his best games, and right now he is really, really playing well. It's great to see for a 6th-year guy. And, you know, being a Topeka kid and a Wildcat, I know he loved every bit of Saturday.
Looking at the offensive side of the ball, is it out of line to say that this is the best game that Avery Johnson has had as the quarterback for the Wildcats?
It's an interesting question, and I've been asked that. Here's the thing, and I go back to the big play thing, and we talked about the lack of big plays for KU, but, I mean, Avery throws for 231 yards with 11 completions and 2 touchdowns. That's pretty hard to do, right? I mean, you have a long catch of, 78 for Jace, 27 for Tibbs, 13 for Lincoln Cure as an example. And you had Jacob Knuth's 40-yard run. Yeah, it was late, but it all counts. Joe Jack did a pretty good job running the football, even though he only averaged 3.5 yards a carry. But at the end of the day, Avery made the plays when they were there. The pass that he threw on the touchdown to Tibbs was, oh, my gosh, almost perfect. And then I thought they kind of shut the door on Kansas when they went over the top to Jace for the long one from 78 and made it 35-17. That was, let's just say I was having a lot of fun at the booth at that point. I'm going, yeah, baby, this is great, great.
It's always fun to beat a rival, right? Well, talk about the I guess the improvement that K-State has made throughout the season. Obviously, a slow start, not the start that anybody in purple wanted, but won 3 of the last 4 and looked really good doing it.
Well, and I think after the Arizona game on that Friday night in Tucson, they kind of, I've been describing it as circled the wagons and kind of got back to, you know, let's go back and be who we are. I don't know why we have gotten to a 1-3 start. We haven't played good football. I think there was a lot of conversation, and they've been better since. Even with the loss at Baylor, they were up 31-17 and probably should have won that game. So it has been different. I don't know that I would necessarily say perfect or they've arrived or they're going to win out or any of those crazy statements, but it's clearly been better. Avery's continued to improve. We've seen other guys step up. I mean, we haven't talked about some of the other guys that were really, really good on Saturday, but, I mean, you could tell the difference in Jace Brown's injured foot from TCU to KU. It was remarkably different, right? I mean, unbelievable. He's such an explosive player when he's healthy. So there's a lot of things on the table. I've said in other interviews, too, that the offensive line is probably better because they've settled into a grouping of 5 and not a lot of – I mean, there's a couple of other guys that have played, like J.B. Nelson did a really good job the other day for, whatever he got, 15 to 20 snaps, and that really helps. But my point is I think part of the reason they've been better in this stretch is that Devin Bass has kind of settled in as the right guard. He's a big, strong dude, and that has allowed Andrew Lanegang to be specifically the right tackle and not do so much swinging between right guard, left guard, and right tackle. He's good at it, and it's great that you can have that versatility. But every offensive line coach in the world will tell you, you want a group of 5 working together, and when they do, it's music, and good music.
Let's look ahead to Saturday, welcoming in Texas Tech. This is going to be a challenge, Wyatt. Texas Tech, a top 15 team in the country right now.
Well, you know this. They're really, really – they spend a lot of money in the portal, and a lot of people have written and talked about that, and it's paid off for them. Their defense is really, really good. I mean, they are giving up 14 points a game and 16 points a game in league play. And that includes – are you ready for this? They're only allowing 64 rushing yards a game.
Sheesh.
So that's I mean, David Bailey, Lee Hunter, Romello Height in that defensive front to go with Roberts and Rodriguez, those linebackers, they are real good. Perfect? No. Can K-State move the ball on them? I think they can. Can they do it consistently? That's the deal. Can they have some semblance of a run game, keep Avery fairly clean, and can they throw a little bit? If they can do those things, I think they'll give them a game. But the biggest word in sports is what? If, right? And that's just the truth. K-State will have to play really good football to win on Saturday.
Can I offer a cliche?
Yeah.
I think whoever controls the line of scrimmage is going to win this game.
I laugh, but it is absolutely on task. Chris Klein will be the first to tell you, and so will anybody else, whether it's Nick Saban or whoever it might be. Games are won at the line of scrimmage. That's a fact. And this will be challenging for the Cats, but I think being at home, Harley Day, playing some pretty good football, confident, all of those things matter. And it's harder on the road when you're trying to, even with Baron Morton back. I'm not predicting upset necessarily. I mean, Tech, they're going to be favored and should be. But does K-State have a chance? Sure they have a chance. Now let's see if they can do all the things they need to do to put themselves in a position to do it. And back to what you said, having a little bit of their way at the line of scrimmage will go a long way with that, trust me.
What does the rest of your week look like? When's your next basketball assignment? I don't even know what the schedule is.
We are at home Friday night, which works out really good this time. We play Newman from Wichita, and they're a team that a little bit different level than K-State, but they've got a good coach, 4 starters back from a 15-win team from a year ago, and then we'll turn right around and open the regular season at home on Tuesday against North Carolina Greensboro. So we've got a Friday and Tuesday basketball date at Bramlage with football right square in the middle on Saturday afternoon at 2:30.
Wyatt, thank you so much for the time, man. It's always a pleasure.
Oh, same here, buddy. Thanks so much.
Absolutely. That is Wyatt Thompson, the voice of the Kansas State Wildcats, joining us here on Sports Day. That was strange. All right. Hey, we're back. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Big thanks to Wyatt Thompson for joining me here on Sports Day. He's always such a fantastic interview. I don't know why that says that it was going for 30 more seconds than it was. That was weird. All right. Anyway, big thanks to Wyatt. Like I said, always fantastic and just the nicest dude in the world. I say it every time he joins me on the show. He's just the salt of the earth kind of guy. And I think that he's right. Kansas State played really, really extremely well and deserved to win that game. And obviously, I mean, 42-17. Avery Johnson with a really great performance. And that defense. Jalen Daniels is such a talented quarterback. I don't know if he's an NFL guy. I don't think his skill set would translate very well to the NFL. But I think just for what they're trying to do with him at KU, he is so effective and so slippery and hard to bring down. And the fact that K-State was able to hold them to just 17 points and create the turnovers they did, sack him 4 times, just really impressive work from Kansas State's defense. Both sides of the ball, it was a full-team effort, and Coach Kleiman outcoached and the players outplayed, and man, Kansas State extends it for another year. They'll go for 18 next year. That is such an insane number for a rivalry game. I mean, I remember I've spoken about it before, and if you're watching, you see the Auburn logo on my chest. I'm an Auburn fan. I grew up an Auburn fan. When I was growing up, Auburn beat Alabama 6 years in a row. And that was just mind-blowing to us, that Auburn got over Alabama 6 consecutive years. K-State has done it 17 times. And look, KU and K-State are not the football programs historically that Auburn and Alabama are. I think either Kansas school could beat Auburn right now. But look, it's still, to do this in a rivalry game, for KU to not just get lucky and grab one in the middle of that is insane. And it speaks to the job that Chris Kleiman has done as the head coach of that program, the expectation that he has set, the standard he holds his players to. It's really impressive stuff. And I think that K-State has deserved every win that they've gotten to this point. Sports Day Today is brought to you by Kern Floor Service. Whether you need a new ceramic, porcelain, or natural stone floors, their knowledgeable and friendly flooring experts are here to help you find the perfect floor for your home decor and budget. Visit the Great Bend Showroom at 908 Coolidge to see, touch, and feel the latest styles. Also by Cody Crook of Red Cedar Land Company. Whether you're looking to sell your land or find the right property to buy, Cody takes pride in understanding your goals and making the process as smooth as possible. Call Cody at 620-617-7320, or you can visit redcedarland.com. All right, we got to hit our next break. When we come back, what's next? What do we have next? Oh, gosh. It was Jim Cartiser. Jim Cartiser, the head coach of Barton Community College volleyball. He joined me in studio for a conversation to talk about the past month for Barton volleyball has been really, really successful. I think everyone will enjoy this. You're listening to Sports Day live from the Mayo Money Management Studio right here on 1590 KVGB and 95.5 FM.
Service from people you know, quality products and professional installation. That's Kern Floor Service. Stop by Kern Floor Service and browse through the different selections of flooring from laminate to vinyl, carpet, wood, and ceramic tile. See their selection of area rugs or special order the one that fits your decor. And don't forget, they can spice up those countertops too. So stop by Kern Floor Service today. Kern Floor Service, 908 Coolidge in Great Bend.
It's all here at Great Bend Rec.
Sports, leisure, fitness, and wellness, even senior and adaptive needs. It's all here at the Great Bend Rec. Pick up a program guide or stop by the Rec office at 1214 Stone in Great Bend, or check out the all-new website, greatbendrec.com. Live, play, explore at the Rec.
It's all here at Great Bend Rec. Live, play, explore at the Rec.
Sutherland's is your complete home improvement and hardware store. Tens of thousands of products are in stock at everyday low prices. Sutherland's also offers custom buildings, including post-frame barns, garages, and deck packages too. The friendly and knowledgeable staff at Sutherland's, always ready to help you with any project. From hardware, lumber, cabinets, plywood, and OSB, fencing, power tools, furniture, and more. They simply sell for less. Sutherland's, West 10th, Great Bend, helping America build it better since 1917.
Needing a healthcare plan for your business? Let the experienced team at Freedom Claims Management Incorporated customize a health insurance plan that fits your needs. Whether you're a large company or a small business on Main Street, FCMI can help you provide employees with great health coverage at an affordable cost. From setup to ongoing support, they handle it all. Schedule your free no-obligation health assessment today at freedomclaimsinc.com. That's Freedom Claims Management Incorporated, with locations in Great Bend, Russell, and Plainville.
Barton Community College has college classes that fit your life and your budget. With 5 flexible start dates, Barton Online is perfect for picking up a class or earning your associate's degree at less than half the cost of a university. Study anytime, from anywhere. Save time, save money. Start strong with Barton Online. Ready to take the next step? Visit online.bartoncccc.edu and enroll today.
Central and Western Kansas residents, are you looking for a new vehicle? Marmy Auto Group can make it happen. Marmy Auto Group includes Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep and Ram, Chevrolet, and GMC. Marmy Auto Group, your Central and Western Kansas dealer, has new and pre-owned vehicles, or we can special order your vehicle today. If your existing vehicle needs serviced, Marmy's award-winning service department can help. Come to Marmy Auto Group on 10th or marmys.net. Marmys, make it happen.
C&E Doors, this is Eddie.
I need some work done.
Are you in a haunted house?
No, it's my garage door. I think I might need a new one.
We can take a look. We can do repairs and replacement. We'll see what's right for you.
What a relief. I thought I was going to get stuck in here.
Call the guys in orange at C&E Doors to fix your haunted house.
C&E Doors, Great Bend. Follow the orange signs just south of 10th and Harrison.
Selling your farm or ranch acres can be stressful. At Red Cedar Land Company, they are extremely diverse in the number of ways they can represent you, and they tailor each project to meet their seller's needs. One of the biggest questions for a seller is, what is my land worth? At Red Cedar Land Company, they offer a free market analysis to help you better understand the value of your land. You deserve a better selling experience. Put your trust in Red Cedar Land Company. Call Cody Crook with Red Cedar Land Land Company at 620-617-7320.
Hey, Cougar fans, this is Brant Daughtry, voice of the Barton Cougars. Cheering from the stands is great, but you can give our athletes a true competitive advantage by joining the Cougar Booster Club. Boosters provide the best equipment and facility upgrades, helping Barton athletes succeed at the regional and national level. Whether you're a business or an individual, your support matters. Call 620-792-9377 and become a Cougar Booster today. Go Cougars!
Community bankers should actually know your community. Hi, I'm Sean Powelson, president of Your Local Equity Bank. As someone who lives here, I know many of you, and I know what's important to you. I've been in the industry a long time, and I've helped many navigate through financial challenges and lead them to financial opportunities. I believe that people bank with people, so I'd like to invite you to stop by one of our region's 5 locations and meet our friendly, helpful staff. Let us show you our commitment to serving you and our communities. Because at Equity Bank, we're right here beside you. Member FDIC.
Welcome back into Sports Day. Brant Daughtry now joined by Jim Carterster, the head volleyball coach of the Barton Community College Cougars. Coach, it's been a little bit since we've had you back on, but your team has been incredibly successful over the last month or so.
Yeah, we kind of hit our stride. We're in a good place right now. We've got a few minor injuries that we're managing and working through, but other than that, I'm really proud of these kids. They've done a great job.
Last time you were in, we talked about how the home gym was about to open up and how excited you were to play these home matches. Well, you've opened it up, and Coach, you've won 6 in a row. I believe all of the, or no, you've won, I think 9 in a row, 9 matches, maybe 10.
Yeah, I think we're 9-1 in our last 10 matches.
9-1 in the last 10. I think you've won 6 matches at home.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been a really impressive showing. 3 of those 6 wins were sweeps. And your team continues to take advantage of the home court.
Yeah, I mean, we waited to long enough to get there, and one of the goals, our regular season goals that the girls set, was to go undefeated at home and make it a priority that if people are going to take time to come out and watch us play, that we're going to give them 100% every time, and hopefully that translates into a win. And so far it has.
You're coming up on the end of the regular season. You're the 6th-ranked team in JUCO. You're leading the Jayhawk League right now. What are the goals as you play? I think you've got 2 matches left.
Yeah, we play Garden tomorrow and then Cloud on Saturday. And same that we've had. It's just win. All the wins that we've had have not been pretty wins, but they're wins, and being shorthanded and having a couple kids have to learn new positions and really relying on 2 people for the bulk of our serve receive. As a coach, I'm always going to find things that we can improve on, but the attitude and the effort that these kids have put forth, I've got nothing but positive things to say about it.
You got sophomore night coming up on Saturday. Talk about some members of that class and what they've done for your team.
Well, I just got a text last night from our SID informing me that our libero, Mina, just broke into the top 4 all-time for digs, and we've still got the potential to have 7 matches left, 8 matches left. So, she could very well get into the top 1 or 2. Aubrey Olander, don't know the exact number yet, but she's cracked the top 5 in all-time block assists. And then Ori Bridger, coming in this year, not being with the squad last year. She was a transfer that came in spring semester, and she's been one of the stabilizing forces of the team all year. So, those 3 sophomores, we only have 3 sophomores, but they've all contributed big time.
I'm glad you brought up Mina Kaneko, because the other thing I want to talk about with you today is you've had 10, I believe, maybe more than that, at least 10 conference or national player of the week awards. Mina has 5 of them.
Right.
But the other 5 are kind of spread around. You've got a very deep and very talented roster, and as the end of the season, the accolades continue to pile up.
Yeah, that's just one of those things that I should pay more attention to, but I really don't. It's usually the girls that bring that to my attention. I'm always aware of the rankings because it affects us in the postseason and seeding for national tournaments. So I keep up on that. But the other stuff, I just kind of keep my head down and try and design the best practices and the best game plans that we can. And I let the kids enjoy those individual awards. And we've been fortunate enough this year to spread that around a little bit. I think we've had Offensive Player of the Year or of the Week, Setter of the Week, and obviously, like you said, Mina's been Libero of the Week like 5 times. So it's good for them too because it gives them credibility when we start voting on All-American and conference, votes.
One match I just, it happened, I think 2 weeks ago or maybe last week, but I want to get your thoughts on it. That match with Colby, that 5-set thriller, the lone loss for you guys in league play earlier in the year. Walk us through that match. Give your thoughts as the head coach and what it meant to get a win there.
Well, we felt like we really missed an opportunity at their place. It went 5 at their place, and we had some pretty big leads in the 5th game, and we didn't respond well to the crowd. We didn't respond well to the pressure. But 3 weeks later and working on that kind of stuff in our home environment, we won that 5th set 15-11, and in a 5th game where that only goes to 15, 15-11 doesn't sound like it's a dominant win, but it's really a pretty dominant win for a 15-point game, So they really took advantage of having basically getting a chance to do a replay, and instead of freezing like a deer in the headlights that we kind of did when we were there, we took the initiative and we won that match. And with a little help from Garden City, not Garden, but Seward County the week prior, they had upset Colby in 4 games. That gave us the outright conference championship if we can take care of these last 2 matches, which I'm pretty confident we should be able to do.
And what would winning this conference mean?
I think it would be huge for the sophomores to be able to do it back-to-back. And I think it would be huge for the freshmen with as much contribution as we've had from them, for them to know that, that with a freshman-dominated team, we could still take out there's some pretty talented teams in the Jayhawk. That from 1 to 6, really, if you don't play well, you're going to lose. So it's just a confidence builder, and it's validation for everything that we've talked about this year in terms of we focus a lot on everything I'm asking for them to do commitment wise and everything like that is for a short time. And for a short time, can you just stay focused on this and not let everything else in your life creep in and affect? So I think it validates that to them too, and they're going to have a better understanding of when they go to compete, if they can stay focused and just keep the important things important and shut everything else out, that really does help you to perform better and helps the team overall.
Preview, I know you still got 2 games left in the regular season, but preview the playoffs and what the structure looks like and where you expect to be seated at the end of it.
Well, again, the 2 teams that we're playing are teams that we've already beaten at their place. So I'm hoping that, at home we'll have an even more dominant performance. So if everything holds right now, not this Wednesday, but a week from Wednesday at home, we'll host Pratt. They're pretty much locked in the 8th position. They're not going to go up or down. There's not enough matches left to affect that. And then that semifinal round is either going to be Garden again or Dodge. I kind of have my looking at it and seeing how everybody's playing right now. I'm thinking that it's probably going to be Dodge. So even though they're a game behind right now, I think that Dodge is going to win their last 2 matches, and obviously, I hope Garden loses at least one because we're playing them tomorrow night. you know. So I think they're going to be able to overtake them and get that 4th spot. And then, you know, the finals, it's probably 75, 80% going to be Colby. So we'll get that 3rd rubber match to really figure out, you know, who can do it on a neutral court.
Coach, looking forward to it. Thanks for the time.
You bet. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Yes, sir. That's head coach Jim Carter of Barton Community College Volleyball joining us here on Sports Day. This is interesting. No one watching has any idea what I'm looking at right now, but a little bit of a technical weirdness happening on the show here. But I do think that the show is going to be perfectly fine. I don't think it's going to disrupt the show at all. It's just going to distract me. But either way, we're good. Big thanks to Coach Jim Carter for coming on the show and speaking with me about his team, his very, very successful team. Like I said during that interview, they've absolutely played out of their minds lately. Undefeated in the month of November. They play Garden City tomorrow. Then they will host Cloud County Community College on Saturday. And then we're into the postseason. Then we're going into Jayhawk tournament. And from there, like Coach Carter said, looking at everything, likely going to be them or Colby. Again, Colby's the only team that's beaten Barton this year. And Barton got their revenge on this past Saturday. So I probably going to come down to those two teams. I think Coach Carter was right about that. So really, really good things happening over at Barton Community College right now. Hey, by the way, we're going to have Raphael Simmons, head coach of the Barton soccer program. He's going to come on tomorrow. We're going to talk about everything that's going on with it. The men's team at Barton, hold on. Let me pull this up here because I don't want to misquote myself. The men's soccer team at Barton is on a whale of a winning streak right now. They are ranked 4th in the NJCAA, and they are also undefeated in the month of October. They have not tied a game either. They have won 4-1, 6-1, 4-1, 3-2, 1-0, 5-2, 4-0. To go back to their last loss, you have to go to Wednesday, the 24th of September. That was the last. They lost 2-1 at 4th-ranked Cali College. Barton is now the 4th-ranked team in the country. The men's team is, and they're 14-3-2 overall, 7-2-1 in the conference. They've won 8 matches in a row, and they've only played 1 home match, and they're still doing their best to get these matches in. But their regular season is done. They will head to Daytona Beach in Florida to figure out what they're going to do for their postseason. We'll talk to Coach Simmons about that on tomorrow's show. Sports Call today, or Sports Call. Goodness, I hadn't been on Sports Call in 6 months. Sports Day today is brought to you by Equity Bank. There when you need them. Bank local, save big with in-person banking and business banking. Visit equitybank.com for more information. Equity Bank in Great Bend, Hoisington, and Larned. Also by C&E Doors, your full-service garage door company. Follow the orange signs south of 10th and Harrison. We got to hit our last break of the show. When we come back, we're going to preview Game 4 of the World Series taking place tonight. Dodgers won that marathon last night. Yeah, that was 2 baseball games in one. The Dodgers came out on top in the 18th inning thanks to a home run courtesy of Freddie Freeman, who, a guy I'm always going to be a fan of. We'll talk about tonight's game more when we come back. You're listening to Sports Day, live from the Mayo Money Management Studio right here on 1590 KVGB and 95.5 FM.
Hey seniors, this is your moment. Join us for Barton Community College's Senior Day on November 19th. Whether you're planning to knock out your gen eds before transferring or jump straight into a hands-on career, Barton has the path for you. Oh, and did we mention $6,000 in scholarships are up for grabs? Lock in your spot by November 1st at seniorday.bartonccc.edu. Your future starts now at Barton.
Needing a healthcare plan for your business? Let the experienced team at Freedom Claims Management Incorporated customize a health insurance plan that fits your needs. Whether you're a large company or a small business on Main Street, FCMI can help you provide employees with great health coverage at an affordable cost. From setup to ongoing support, they handle it all. Schedule your free no-obligation health assessment today at freedomclaimsinc.com. That's Freedom Claims Management Incorporated, with locations in Great Bend, Russell, and Plainville.
It's all here at Great Bend Rec.
Sports, leisure, fitness, and wellness, even senior and adaptive needs. It's all here at the Great Bend Rec. Pick up a program guide or stop by the rec office at 1214 Stone in Great Bend, or check out the all-new website, greatbendrec.com. Live, play, explore at the rec.
It's all here at Great Bend Rec. Live, play, explore at the rec.
Sutherland's is your complete home improvement and hardware store. Tens of thousands of products are in stock at everyday low prices. Sutherland's also offers custom buildings, including post-frame barns, garages, and deck packages too. The friendly and knowledgeable staff at Sutherland's, always ready to help you with any project. From hardware, lumber, cabinets, plywood, and OSB, fencing, power tools, furniture, and more. They simply sell for less. Sutherland's, West 10th, Great Bend, helping America build it better since 1917.
Service from people you know, quality products and professional installation. That's Kern Floor Service. Stop by Kern Floor Service and browse through the different selections of flooring from laminate to vinyl, carpet, wood, and ceramic tile. See their selection of area rugs or special order the one that fits your decor, and don't forget, they can spice up those countertops too. So stop by Kern Floor Service today. Kern Floor Service, 908 Coolidge in Great Bend.
Welcome back to Sports Day. Some lo-fi as we head to the final segment of today's show. Big thanks to Wyatt Thompson, the voice of the Kansas State Wildcats. Big thanks to Jim Carter, sir, head coach of Barton Community College Volleyball, for joining me on today's show. Sports Day today has been presented by, in part, Great Bend Rec, providing quality leisure, cultural, sports, fitness, and educational programs to improve the quality of the community and the individual lives of their community members. Also by Freedom Claims Management. Let the experienced and dedicated staff at Freedom Claims Management, Inc. customize a health insurance plan that fits your business's needs. All right. 5 minutes or so left in today's program. Let's look at the schedule. Later on tonight, here on 1590 KVGB and 95.5 FM, also, I believe, on Fox, you can hear or watch the fourth game in this World Series. Blue Jays and Dodgers. It's actually only technically the fourth game if we're looking at it from a number of innings standpoint. It's the fifth game because, again, they played to 18 last night. I can't get over it. Just crazy. Shane Bieber is going to get the start for the Blue Jays. He's been iffy in the postseason, but he still had some good starts. They will absolutely need they need him. They need him to have a great start. Both of these teams need their starter to be really good, but I do think that the Blue Jays need it more because, well, I guess the Dodgers need it more, but it's less like they're more likely to get it than the Blue Jays are. Shane Bieber in the postseason has a 3.57 ERA, which, again, is not bad, but he's had some short outings. He had 2 2/3 in one game against the Yankees, 3 2/3 one game against the Mariners. Granted, he only gave up 2 runs in both of those games, but still, short outings, he can't afford that. He's had 1 or 2 good starts in the postseason. He's had 2 that were not great. He needs good tonight. The Blue Jays desperately need him to be good tonight. On the other side, Shohei Ohtani, who, by the way, as playing DH last night, got on base 9 times. He was 9 for 9 in terms of on bases during his plate attempts. I think I worded that incorrectly. Either way, you know what I mean. He was at the plate 9 times. He got on base 9 times. He hit 2 home runs. I believe he was 4 for 4, and then the Blue Jays just walked him every single time that he came back up. So he got on base a ton. I believe the previous record for most appearances on base is 6, or was 6 before last night. And no, by the way, now this dude's going to go be the starting pitcher. In the NLCS Game 4, he struck out 10, pitched 6 innings of shutout ball. He also hit 3 home runs in that game. This dude's not real. He is unreal. Anyway, he's getting the start for the Dodgers tonight. 2.87 ERA, 1 win, 1 loss in the postseason. The Dodgers are, they are more likely to get good starters deep into games than the Blue Jays are. But if they can get to Ohtani, if the Blue Jays can get to Ohtani a little bit, I like where they're going to be in this game because, like I said, neither team is great as far as bullpen. This is 3 games in a row here. This is the second of 3 games in a row in this series, so no off days until right before the weekend. Oh gosh, I don't know, man. It's going to be so tough for both of these sides. But I mean, that's the chess match, right? That's why you play the games. But I don't know. I have a feeling that Shohei Ohtani is going to do another crazy, wild, insane, stupid, makes no sense thing that he's done a million times since he got to Major League Baseball and then to the Dodgers. I don't know, man. This could be a rough one for Toronto. I just have a gut feeling that tonight is not going to go well. That Shohei Ohtani, this dude continues to step up, not just in the regular season. He's not just crazy good when everybody's playing baseball. When the lights are brightest, the dude gets better. I have a buddy back in Auburn who said something to the effect of, this dude does one thing at a Hall of Fame level and he does another thing at an all-star level. It's like if all of a sudden Tom Brady became a Pro Bowl pass rusher. It's that level of just insane. It's that level of thing we've never seen before. And, I mean, the Dodgers, after winning that game last night, it's hard to not say that I think they'll go back-to-back. I'm still rooting for Toronto. I'm rooting for Shane Bieber to pitch 9 scoreless tonight. And, whatever happens, I think credit to Toronto for getting here. But the Dodgers are just, they're the Death Star, man. And they've got maybe the most insanely talented player we've ever seen in a team sport. And he's getting the start on the hill for him tonight. Again, that game tonight, you can hear it right here, 1590 KBGB and 95.5 FM. Big thanks to Wyatt Thompson, the voice of the Kansas State Wildcats. Big thanks to Jim Cardiser, head coach of Bargain Community College Volleyball, for both appearing on the show. Big thanks to Landon Winkler for running the cameras and the video feed today. Big thanks to you for watching and listening. I'm Brant Daughtry. We'll do it all again, same time, same place tomorrow. It's Sports Day right here on 1590 KBGB and 95.5 FM.